it's up to Howie and Tiger. Guys, we've seen Tiger drop one game in both of his first two matches. Could he maybe see defeat from Howie, who we know has been under the radar?
Of course it's going to be tough. Anytime you go against Tiger, you're going to have to play 100% perfect throughout the entire match. And like Chuffles said, they're actually guildmates between Chuffles and Tiger. So, of course, he wants to see Tiger do well. But I think Howie could give him a good match.
Howie's going to be definitely giving a good match. I hope Tiger takes a note from his controversial aspects here going into the third matches. I hope he kind of stick to what he knows best versus those experimental monsters that he was playing around with. If he goes that route, I really do feel confident, though, he could potentially push through Howie and move on to the finals.
All right, so we're moments away from finding out what the outcome is, or at least in the first game in our best-of-3 before we move to a best-of-5 format in the finals. There is the arena. Everybody standing by, waiting to welcome the second two competitors in the second of our semifinals. And here comes Howie. Do we manage to dab some of the sweat off from that last grueling match? I think we did. And we had a chance to check in with Howie, who talked about the experience of being an underdog.
Certainly, you know, Chuffles is definitely a top player. I've also heard the name Tiger being thrown around, so you know, potentially there might be a final there.
Clairvoyance? He should start running a little psychic workshop or something on the side. What are those 976 numbers or whatever it is?
If he does, I'm going to be joining him, definitely.
Unless he takes out Tiger.
The prophecy. Right, right. And we see him coming to the stage now. Tiger, who currently calls Canada home by way of China. Could he possibly stick to the fundamentals on this occasion instead of sort of entertaining himself with some exotic picks, especially on the heels of having watched Goku go down to perhaps getting a little experimental?
To be honest with you, Tiger's a little unpredictable. So
yeah.
I would assume anything's possible from him. I can assume that he's going to pull out a few of those LD Nat 5s like he always does. It's just going to be a matter of which LD Nat 5 does he want to bring.
Right.
Well, only time will tell as our tournament officials have these two set up. The headphones are in place, the tablets are loaded up, and we are ready to get drafting. Here we go.
Okay, it looks like Howie's going to get the first turn, taking that Wusab first pick. And now Tiger's going to take his time, looking to bring in that Hathor, who's done really, really well for him in the past, alongside with Villagel. Howie is up to go. 23 seconds to decide who he wants to choose for the second round of picks.
And you said take his time, but Tiger rifled in those first two picks.
He did, definitely.
Felt like he knew exactly where he was going, regardless of what the lead was from Howie.
Yep. We got Orion in, as well as Perna. Perna being a great monster to pick versus what we have seen currently from Tiger. Tiger, of course, wasted no time with that Tian Lang, the unique monster that no one has in this current tournament here, alongside with Sekhmet, of course, which we just saw in our recent match here, providing that reset alongside with Fire that he used. He's going to be trying to incorporate that versus Perna, probably take him out in one shot.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Sekhmet pick here. I think it's a good option versus Perna. So you would assume that Tiger's going to keep Perna in for Howie's team. That's just one of those mind games that you play where you decide where, okay, I need one answer to Perna, decides to go with Sekhmet instead of maybe somebody else like Ganymede, which maybe Tiger has or does not have, of course. Yeah. Now we're into the last pick for Tiger, though, but Howie, able to get the first pick, does take away Wusa, which is a really strong monster in Tiger's possession that he typically likes to run for RTA. It'd be interesting to see Tiger pull out maybe one more buff stripper, but he ends up going with Virat instead, which is an interesting pick versus the Fire Monkey King there on Howie's team, because Fire Monkey King can't get frozen.
Correct, yeah. His passive is going to be able to not allow him to take advantage of the Virad's buffs right now. Considering that has come into play, Clay, do you, yeah, well, that's what I was thinking here. Now, with regards to that Wusab ban, I think he has to go ahead and lock it down. Even though he can't lock down Mihao Wang, I mean, obviously, he doesn't want the immunity on everybody else. He wants to be able to control the fight between Sekhmet and Hathor.
And as we see these two teams starting, not a whole lot of damage from Tiger's team. A lot of supports, again, like we've seen in the past, but we do have quite a few damage dealers from Howie. So potentially, if he can take down one or two monsters, if Howie can break through that shield as quick as possible and take down one of those support monsters, it could be heavily in favor of Howie, but we'll just see if he's able to land the key defense breaks, but able to get a stun. Unfortunately, violent procs right out of it, coming right back into just a one-person stun, unfortunately.
It's pretty surprising considering the water and light pandas that we've seen so far. They're getting a ton of stuns today.
But we've seen that a lot from Tiger, not having a whole lot of luck on the debuffs, whether it's if he's building less accuracy than people normally would. Going right into the defense broken Wang, the Fire Monkey King there on the right-hand side, and getting a couple of violent procs there from Hathor, just feeding into the HP of Fire Monkey King.
Still trying to work it down since he has everybody locked out. Are we going to get a violent proc from Orion? Nope. Maybe Perna here in a little bit. The Fire Monkey King sitting back. It looks like he's going to go ahead and use the skill to get him up, get him back from square one. Of course, I like the choice there considering it does have that cleansing aspect. Perna is ready to go. The defense break is in, and wow, unbelievable turn of events here. Howie takes out a crucial component of Tiger. It's looking really, really good for Howie considering he has that sustainability from Amarna and Perna.
Yeah, I was just going to say that sustainability now between Amarna and Perna is really, really good now on Howie's end. So this first match could easily go to Howie. Of course, don't count out Tiger just yet. He's got 3 great units left over still, but
and that tanky panda looms.
Yes, the tanky panda, of course. Again, just landing 1 stun. Tiger's looking for more than just that, but man, if Howie can take out 1 more monster, if Tiger gets that reset now on Perna, does get it, takes it down, kills it in 1 turn with Sekhmet.
15k damage there, despite the fact that we're not just a little bit into the match, as you guys saw right there. 20% up, HP 20% down, or 20% up in the attack power, and then 20% down to the HP there. Tons of damage on that Sekhmet here. I wonder.
Tiger taking out the Fire Monkey King now, up 3-2.
And just as you think that it's in Tiger's, just as you thought it was in Howie's favor,
right.
Tiger came right back, couple of plays, turned the whole thing around, couple of violent procs as well. Luck was in his favor and able to go up 1 game to 0.
So considering that the luck was in his favor, does Howie change his strategy? It looked like it was working pretty good early on.
It's going to be difficult to say because
But who cares about whether or not it was working early on? Because it didn't bring it home, right? And let's face it, because early on, Tiger didn't get a lot of the RNG on his side. Granted, it could be about not building out with the accuracy, but you know, it felt like it was broke. So maybe you do fix it, don't you think, Clay?
I would agree with that. I would say maybe try a different strategy. Maybe bring that Wind Panda back into play that we've seen in the past as well. But Tiger getting the first pick goes right into Wusa, and then Howie having the same comeback that Tiger had against him last game, picking the Hathor and Velajuel.
Role reversal.
Yeah, exactly. And now Tiger going right into the Sekhmet once again, along with Tian Lang.
It's an interesting point to put out Tian Lang early on. I guess he understands that Tiger is just going to be using it right away here, but you know, generally speaking, we normally see people take those kind of super rare monsters that the other opponent does not have and wait to the very end and pick it. What do you think about that?
I feel like it's holding a monster's place where you don't give away the rest of your strategy.
Gotcha. It looks like Howie's coming back at it again with that Wu Yang there, the Dark Sky Dancer. An amazing monster, 28% lead.
And we've seen Tiger pair both these pandas together in the past, and it looks like he's going to be doing it again, which of course is a good option for him. Yeah. But now we saw that, we heard Tiger say that Ganymede Hathor was a tough combination for him to fight against, but it looks like Howie does not end up going with the Ganymede.
He's bringing in that chilling, kind of giving it away when it comes to Wusa. Probably going to let Wusa slide. But if he lets Wusa slide, who does he decide to ban? Looks like we got Velajuel looking to get locked down, but it hasn't been decided just yet. Velajuel is in fact locked down, and of course Molong here is taken out. Interesting choice.
I don't know, that chilling is a hard counter to Wusa, of course, but I think just based on the bans, I would give this to Tiger as well because he's got a lot more crowd control, and if he can get that reset right here, he missed it. So it's not the end of the world for Tiger. Of course, Howie comes right back and misses his skill from Hathor.
Uh-oh. There it is with that revenge set on Chilling. I was kind of worried about Chilling early on, honestly, because of the fact that it doesn't have that AoE kind of buff removal aspect as we see from other monsters that have been bringing. But of course, he is running some revenge sense on it. So if people try to focus him down, they're going to get some counterattacks in and possibly lose all the immunity that they have in play. Getting the attack buff in from Wu Yang, the Dark Sky Dancer. Just exactly what she needs to do some damage, alongside with the Perna combination.
Not as much damage as Howie was probably hoping for, but gets it here with a violent proc from Perna, unable to finish off the Tianlang, unfortunately surviving with just a sliver of HP left. And Wusa is going to now heal up a little bit of HP on the Tianlang, of course, and it's going to.
Can Howie take it out though?
I don't know if he can. He has the Chilling up. I think the Chilling will be able to do enough damage to take out the Tianlang. Does not.
Okay.
But Chilling now does have at least the immunity buff left over. Of course, he has to kill the Perna twice now. Has not landed a third skill from Sekhmet onto Perna.
But the triple sleep here.
Yeah, looking really, really good.
Down goes the Panda.
Definitely taking his time on that Hathor. Not really sure why he went for the attack on Wusa, considering the immunity was in.
Well, he didn't want to wake up any of the other two monsters, but of course,
Correct.
he had the second skill up from Hathor. He might be saving it to sleep one of the other two monsters.
Well, it looks like, yeah.
Just decides to go with it
There we
the
go.
second time around.
The unpredictable Howie always seems to amaze me.
And here we go, nice crit on the Wusa from Perna, like we talked about previously as well, and
Standard play.
lots of sustain from that Wu Yang there.
Taking the time right now to see what he's going to do.
Interesting, he does not put up the shield because he doesn't want that Chilling to take the immunity buff away from his monsters and not be able to lock it down. So I like that play from Tiger. Very smart choice. Taking a second there, not jumping the gun, but a huge proc or crit on the Wusa, leaving it super susceptible to finish off with just the first skill from Wu Yang.
And down goes that Wusa as Howie needs to win this game to stay alive. Will it be another crazy comeback from Tiger?
Possibly could. He still has a good amount of control with regards to the team, but this may seal the deal. He gets the sleep.
Does he land? Yeah, indeed he does with the Hathor.
So at this point, I would definitely focus on Sekhmet first. Don't wake up the Varad just yet. Save that till the end.
And Varad's skills are currently down right now, so I mean, obviously we got to consider that Sekhmet aspect, and rightfully so. Taking it out here, 4 monsters to 1, I believe. It is Howie's game to take.
So another one. Tiger unable to go 2 games to 0 on any match so far today, and
He's been pushed to the limit in every single one. And again,
Absolutely.
here, Howie the man to force him into a third game. And what is it going to take for Howie to close this one out based on what we've seen in the first 2 games?
it's going to take some focus because, of course, Tiger this entire time has been kind of sizing up Howie as we go along this entire match here. And Tiger's one of those guys that's very analytical and has a lot of playability and can learn the other person's strategy very, very quickly.
Well, Tiger says he likes to go fishing. Careful what you pull onto the boat here. Howie might be more than he bargained for.
Yeah, looks like Howie does take that first pick along with the Hathor right now, locking it down. And then, of course, Tiger is getting the Wusa, but hasn't locked it down just yet. 8 seconds to go.
I like that first pick from Howie because
It was critical to his win last game.
Yes, absolutely. And now taking it again against the Sierra Wusa combination, I think is still a good option for Howie. I would say maybe hold off again on the Chilling pick, but always have that in the back of your mind because that Chilling was super, super critical in how Tiger was playing and making him try to finagle his way around the Chilling the entire match as well.
If you're Tiger, do you draft the Chilling here as a block potentially at all?
I probably wouldn't do so. I would rather have him stay to the game. Again, Chilling, being able to take a unit away from an opponent is really, really strong. But again, you want to put it in a position where you can use it to your advantage. He does have the Villagel drafted out, so he could take that immunity. But with consideration to what he's currently laid out, I probably would just stay away and kind of stick to what he's been doing.
He picks up a couple of pandas as the ball back in Howie's court to finish off his picks.
Take the Chilling. Take the Chilling.
Take the Chilling. He says take the Chilling.
Take the Chilling. It worked last time. Very similar picks.
There you
Yep.
go.
Looks
There you
like
go.
you go for it.
We must have a mic from Clay Tyler to Howie right now, taking the chilling.
Telepathy there,
I'll
and the
tell you
Dark Sky
what.
Dancer to finish it off.
The strategy from Clay Tyler, amazing.
And then he's got to ban out the Water Panda, just like he did last time, I would assume.
Mulan goes down.
Hey, hope you're not wrong there.
This looks like a very similar situation to the one we found ourselves in last game, which presumably would favor Howie, given that he won.
The only difference is that I don't think Tiger had Sierra last time.
No, he did not.
So
So now
Sierra,
you can either choose between Sierra or the Water Panda on your ban.
either one, I would say the Water Panda is definitely a lot more scary, but
Troublesome?
unfortunately,
He goes with the Wusa though on the ban.
I'm a little.
they got the woos up.
I'm a
I'm
little-
not gonna
Yeah.
say anything because I think it's still okay.
Well, here's the deal. I'm a little scared about this set segment. If it's ruined relatively fast, we know Tiger has the rune. If he can reset Perna and then have Ciara and Molong follow through, he can take out that Perna right away. But nope, he does decide to go for Relative. He does not want
He needed that. He really needed that because he needed to land the bomb from Sierra. That is 100% crucial.
And see, that's the thing. I particularly thought that he was going to go for Perna because he had Tian Lang to kind of follow through with the buff removal. But wow, unbelievable there. Molong getting 3 out of the 4 stuns, locking it down. Of course, Ciara still can't land the bomb on Perna. Looks like he's going to try to take this Wu Yang out here. Ooh, wasn't able to get it done. And of course, Perna's passive coming into the play. Big hit there, but still that tanky Tiger, Ciara holding it down. Trying to get the Wu Yang out. Just a sliver of health left.
He's gonna use the third skill on Velador. That's exactly what I was thinking as well.
Down he goes, as well as the Sky Dancer. It's looking pretty soundly in favor of Tiger now.
Yep, Tiger is definitely on his way to the World Championship.
Just anxiously awaiting to see how he's going to play it out. There it is. Tiger advances to the finals and a ticket to the World Arena Championships in November.
Rather than subject Chilling to the inevitable there,
Yeah.
decides to wave the white flag. No shame in it, obviously. And where was that battle won? Pick ban?
I would say it was the pick ban. I think Goku, sorry, not Goku, but Tiger made the necessary changes between his pick stage,
Yeah.
between Howie's pick stage. Of course, he tried to bring out that Chilling again to counteract against the Wusa, but Tiger prevailed this time. Got a couple of the nice stuns from Tian Lang and Mo Long as well, and was able to finish it out.
And so he is now standing by with our Maria Ho. Maria.
Tiger, it seemed like some of Howie's strategies was to pick the units that you would have picked. So did that worry you in the times that he did get the first pick?
Yeah, actually, I did some draft about what should I pick if I got first pick and I got second pick. Yeah.
But now you have given us the finals that a lot of people wanted to see. I know people are very, very excited about you playing Shuffles. How do you feel going into this final match?
Actually, the feeling is very good because right now the final is like malicious specific final. And Truffle is also my best friend in Summoner's War, so I think no matter who wins, both of us are going to LA. That's the most important thing for us.
Okay, well, both of you guys are going to go to the championships in LA, but there are no friends in Summoner's War, so we want to see you bring it, okay?